Hello guys, in today's class, we're going to be solving the second question we are given as a take home in our previous lesson on the simple application of modular arithmetic. So if you're just seeing this very question for the first time and you want to make an attempt, I advise to pause this very video and give it a try. So let's see what we have right here on the board. It is 14:35 in New York today. What time will it be 3,650 hours from now? And what time was it 3,650 hours ago? Now, this very question is very simple. And don't forget, when we talk about days, weeks, centuries, and so on, we use modulo 7. But this time around, we're talking about, the clock. This time around, we're not talking about just days and the rest. So we're going to be using modulo 12. Don't forget, we talked about this in our previous class. So let's say it is 5 a.m. now. Let's say 5 in the morning. Now, the next 12 hours will take us from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. And don't forget, there's one revolution. Now, another 12 hours will take us from 5 p.m. back to 5 a.m. So there's a second revolution. So we said in our previous lesson, when we worked on this, that when you make one movement, that is odd movement will flip a.m. to p.m. But when you make even movement, it doesn't flip anything. It's going to move from a.m. back to a.m. So when you move 2 times, 12 hours plus another 12 hours. So we said it already in our previous lesson. So now don't forget 2 questions in one. What time will it be 3,650 hours from now? So let's solve that. So that will be plus 3,650 hours over 12 hours. Don't forget we are using modulo 12 here. That's what we are using because it is 12 that brings about repetition, simple repetition from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m., 12 hours. So quickly, 12 divides 3,650 hours. Let's see what we're going to get. We're going to use a 1-on-1 division method. 12 in 3 is 0. Remember 3. 12 in 36 is 3. That is 36. 12 in 5 is 0. Remember 5. 12 in 50 is 4. 48. Remember 2. So that's what we have. So what do we have? We have 2 modulo 12. Now, before we even solve this, and don't forget, we are going to consider the kind of result we get. On a norm, we don't consider this result at all. We don't really consider this. But this time around, we're going to consider this result. So what result do we have here? This is 304. This is an even number. 2 divides this. So if this is even, don't forget that even number returns it. Even number does not flip it. If it is one movement, if it is one revolution, it's going to flip from AM to PM. But if there's double revolutions or any even revolution, 2, 4, 6, and so on and so forth, it's going to remain the same. AM is going to remain AM. So what do we have here? This is plus 304. After this 304 revolutions, it means what we have here is T1435. So 1435 is all we have, or 2:35 p.m. So what do we have? We have plus 2. This is a remainder 2 modulo 12. So we're going to add 2 to this. We're going to add 2 hours to this 14:35. What do we have? 2 hours added to 14:35 will give us 16:35, which is 4:35 p.m. That's the first result. So in the next 3,650 hours, if it is 14:35 right now in New York, it means in the next 3,650 hours, it's going to be 4:35 p.m. That is 16:35. So quickly, let's solve for the other one. What was the time 3,650 hours ago? So let's solve it right here. Minus 3,650 hours divided by 12. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a kind of table. Now, we could quickly use, there's a method. If you look at this from what we learned in our previous class, when we have a negative stuff like this, what does it mean? It means you can easily solve this very positive stuff to get this result. Then we take this off this for us to get the absolute result here. That's going to be 6 modulo 12. But it's not going to be enough because we need the very result, this very result. We don't just need the remainder. We need this. We have to know what it is, if it's going to be even or odd. So quickly, we're going to create a table. 12 times 0 is 0. And 12 times minus 1 is minus 12. I'm going to go down like this. 12 times, what we have here, minus 304. What do we have there? What are we going to get? 12 times 4 is, and 12 times 4 is 48. You have remember 4. 12 times 0 is 0 plus 4, 4. 12 times 3 is 36. So what do we have? We have minus 3648. What are we looking for? 3650. This is still bigger than this. So next is 12 times minus 305. If you add 12 to this, you're going to get that's minus 3660. Now, this is smaller than this. This is smaller than this. So since this is smaller than this, what will be our result? So 12 in minus 3650 will give us, so we are looking for, what do we get here? This is minus 305. Remember what we are looking for, minus 3650, and we got minus 3660. We have remainder 10. So don't forget, so what's the result? The result then is 10 modulo 12. 10 modulo 12, just like what we have here. Don't forget that the positive result here is 2 modulo 12. So you can see, if you take 2 away from 12, you have 10. So this is 10 modulo 12. So, but when you look at what we have here, the result here is minus 305. Minus 305 is what? Is odd. It's an odd movement. When the number of revolutions is odd, it means there will be a flip from AM to PM. So this is minus 305, which is odd movement. So what do we have? It means this 14:35, which is 2:35 PM, will be flipped from 2:35 PM. It's going to move from 2:35 PM. It will become 2:35 AM, not 14:35 anymore. So there's 2:35 in the morning. So if this is 2:35 in the morning, 2:35 AM, don't forget, what do we have here? We have plus 10 hours. So we're going to add 10 hours to this. So if you add 10 hours to 2:35 AM, what's going to be? 2:35 AM, that's 2:35 in the morning. Down, if you add 8 hours to this, 2:35 in the morning, that will be 10:35 in the morning. When you add another 2 hours to it, that will be 12:35 in the afternoon. So that's 12:35 PM. This is our second result, as simple as ABC. So we're done with this. I'm very sure that most of us solved this right. Most of us got this right. So if you've gained 1 or 2 things from this very lesson, I'd love you to give me a follow on Facebook at Revelation Hub and subscribe to the very channel at EduMosaic. And please share this lesson also with others. See you in the next lesson. Thanks and bye for now.